So, welcome back to the weekly instalment of Chatting with Nick. Nick, how are we doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's getting a little bit colder now, so I'm not enjoying it too much, but it's than what it was when it was minus weather out.
Yeah, it's very it's that wind chill that's the key thing there, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very bad at the moment.
yeah, definitely. So we'll crack into the little interview. Yesterday's game against Stockfold at the top of the league. Um, Obviously, on paper would be very hard. Um, how do you feel you guys did, and how do you think the game went?
Yeah, I thought it was a battle from the off, and for the first half we played pretty well, to be honest. Between the boxes, just lacked that final finish in their box. We had a few good balls into the box in the first half, and probably had the better chances in the first 40 minutes in terms of the creativity in the final third. Um, but their first chance they put in the back of the net, and that's kind of been the story of our season in terms of not having that consistent out and out kind of firepower there. So yeah, we know what the issue was obviously, and we're trying to work on it. But I thought in terms of how a young squad applied themselves against a team that's currently doing very well and a very physical and experienced team. The boys did well. It's just obviously a tough one to take in terms of the result because you never want to lose, especially in a local derby. Um, but there's some positives to take away from the game, and we're working on the areas that we need to fix, hopefully ahead of next week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, losing isn't the greatest thing, but at least the guys around the bottom and around you guys all lost as well. So it wasn't like you were any further away from trying to get up there. But obviously, the points would have been nice to leapfrog them. And yeah, obviously, that brings me really nicely on to my next question. With 11 games left in the season, do you have any idea or do you know how many points you would like to get from those 11 games?
As many as possible. We we I think I've said it over the last few weeks. Take one game at a time. We prepared for this game the same way we prepared for the Crawley Green game last week, and obviously we got the points in that game. So we prepare well every week, and it's just about making sure we do the right things on the pitch and convert those chances that we create. However many there are, we've got to be better in both boxes than we were yesterday in the coming games. There's plenty of games left. There's plenty of points on offer. And obviously, last game of the season, we play Hoddesdon. So it's all to play for in terms of the points that we need. So I'm not going to put a tally on it. I've got my own personal opinions on what's required. Um, but there's plenty of games, and like I keep saying, we're taking one game at a time. We had a good 3 points last week. We obviously didn't get any points yesterday, and now we move on to next Saturday. It's as simple as that.
No, yeah, definitely. It's say it's just one of those things. You've got an idea of what you think. As long as you've got an idea, maybe off the phone we'll have a chat and we'll see what we think. Um, I know we do love our little chat. So, the third question, I know obviously you've said not too well, so we'll try and keep this pretty short and sweet, which brings us on to the next player. Alex Taylor was man of the match yesterday. Um, what what made you give it to him, and why did he stand out above the other players on the pitch?
So I think I said it in my message to you. There were probably three or four players that had a really good game, and like I say, in the first half, everyone was very effective in our game plan. We just obviously didn't have that final bit. AT's control of midfield, his final balls, um, just his general maturity in the performance. He gives it week in, week out. But yesterday I just felt he was a cut above and really controlled the game and deserved to be man of the match. I thought, there were other players as well that had good games. Vinny was one of them that really stood out. Obviously playing on the right. Um, and Tammy coming back in as well. Tammy, his energy in the middle was electric yesterday. As he gets back to match fitness, having been out for a very long time, he's going to be important over the next or the next couple of months. So no, I thought there were a lot of players that stepped up yesterday, and AT showed that real leadership in the middle, and his quality was good as well as it always is.
No, yeah, I mean, he was one of the players that you can sort of rely on in games to do something. I know he does love to draw the foul. Um, he's quite good at getting them as well. And as you say, Tammy coming back as well, a big miss from the midfield. Um, it's nice to see him getting back into the games and getting in. You see, you had top Cafael as well. Um, nice to see he's getting into in and around there now. I know obviously you've worked with him before as well. Nice to see some of the boys coming back as well. You know what I mean? A lot of the boys that Hammy went away. He's come back now. But yeah, hopefully for the rest of the season we'll see the energy come back in there as well.
Exactly, and it's look, everyone pulled together and does every week, and the spirit within the group, as I always say, is fantastic. We're going to need that over the coming couple of months. So it's important that everyone's on their game, and the confidence they took from last Saturday into the first kind of 40 minutes of yesterday's game was really good. But unfortunately, we just didn't have the finishing that we had last Saturday in yesterday's game, and that's something that we need to sort out very quickly.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for your time this evening, Nick. And good luck on Saturday. Home to Harpenden. So if you guys are around, get yourself down to the new Lamb Meadow. Um, and come and cheer the boys up.